Hi guys, it's Nige at Lock and Key, and I want to welcome you to my property tour today because it's Saturday and we want to welcome you to a lovely little unspoilt hamlet, I call it. It's pretty much semi-rural. I won't call it quite rural, but there is a detached property there just in behind me in Nether Street, which is in Orchard Close. It's a small enclave of say 3 or 4 in the cul-de-sac, and just in there behind me is a fine detached property, and we're so close to footpaths to the ancient hills and countryside of Roundway and all the countryside around Nether Street and into Bromham, etc. Now this 4-bedroom detached property will be coming on the market today. It's very quiet around here. If countryside village living is what you're after, it's right on the fringe of Bromham. When you go inside, you've got an entrance porch. It opens up into a nice hallway. Stairs go up naturally. There is a cloakroom downstairs. It opens up into a nice big lounge or living room. It's got a lovely fire. It's got a nice kitchen, dining room, utility, integral garage, personal door from the utility into the garage. Upstairs, there you'll see, upstairs there's some solar panels, but I'll talk about that later. There are 4 bedrooms, there's a bathroom. There's front, side and rear gardens to this property, and of course parking. And the reason for these guys that are moving, just quite simply, they've got their eye on a property, they've seen something they like, they've been here a number of years, and they're going to go and hopefully be able to buy another property. They've asked Lock and Key to market it today. So with all my tours, as you know guys, what I'm going to do is just spin this camera around. We're going to talk about the amenities and where this is located. I'm going to try and get you some view shots because all the way around here are beautiful countryside walks, like I say, into the ancient hills of Roundway and beyond. So what I'll do, let's spin it around. Let's talk about Orchard Close and Nether Street, and then we're going to go into this property just in there behind me and take a good look around. And here it is just in front of me, Orchard Grove, and it has got some nice hedging. When this blooms out, you're going to get trees in front of you. But I'm going to show you later what Nether Street's about, because you can come off the main road where Devise is further down this way. You've got Melksham this way, you've got Chippenham this way. You can come into Yards Lane, down the road, and this then takes you into Nether Street. And all behind these bungalows or chalet bungalows or individual properties, and they're mainly individual properties, they're either detached or old cottages. You've got beautiful countryside, beautiful walks. We say Nether Street's on the fringe of Bower Hill then, but I got that wrong. Bromham. Because it's just across the road from Bromham, and Bromham then has a decent, you've got your decent shop, you've got your butcher, there's a couple of pubs there, wonderful church, you've got great access to schools around here guys, and of course you've got the other towns around you, and then you've got your countryside walks in Bromham. So it's very, very much on the fringe. There's an Indian around the corner if you fancy some good grub, and like I said, there's a couple of decent pubs as well in Bromham. What I'm just going to do as I walk along here, I'm just going to go walk up Orchard Grove. You can see there's some other properties. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And this one that we'll be marketing today is number 4. And then already you can start to see the countryside. Beautiful, stunning. I would say this is a semi-rural location. I think some people say Nether Street is rural. But I would say because there's other properties there, you've got close proximity to each other. Even though there's not many, I would call this a semi-rural property. To the front, you can see there's parking there. You can put 1 vehicle there and 1 vehicle there. You could, if you wanted to, knock down this front wall. I don't think you need to, but if you really wanted to create more parking, you could with this property. So what we're going to do is go through that porch, that canopy porch, that porch through there, and take a good look around this property in Orchard Grove. And just before we do it, like I said, these hills are surrounded from all over these different areas, from left to right, north, south, east to west. It's absolutely lovely. Just coming through here, there is a side passage there that will take you into the utility area and then into the kitchen. There is a side access there that will take you to the rear garden, and then there's a gate there, and that will take you into the side garden here, the front garden, and a bit of the rear garden. I don't know when these were built, by the way. I couldn't tell you actually. To me it looks like a 1970s or a 1980s build. There are some solar panels I mentioned at the front there, and that basically just gives you the benefit of sometimes free heating in the summer, because they give you something back as a credit, and in the winter the bills are reduced. So with the cost of living, great idea to have some solar panels. They're not leasehold, these are owned as well, so you will get the benefit of these solar panels for anyone that tries to purchase this property. Let's just go around here just to see the front garden. You've got an attractive gravelled area again. You can plant some bits and pieces. Side gate. I'll just give you a sneak preview as that garden starts to wrap around that side, and just beyond there where you can just see the fields poking over the skyline there and the other properties that we've got. So let's go through this door and take a decent look around. And here we go, as promised. I'm just going to turn the camera around just to give you another angle of the parking. I think it's really important. And like I said, you could create more parking here, but you can see a vehicle can come in here, a vehicle could come in here, you could put one in the garage. But let's just say for now, you've got parking for two. You could create more if you wanted to from that front aspect. Coming into the door, let's just open it up. It's going to come into a porch. I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can just see it's attractive double glazed porch, bit of tiled flooring, shoes go there. Bring the angle this way, and then you can see just on the aspect of the front there, open up, and then you can come into this hallway. I'm just going to close this door behind me, because as with all my tours, I always turn the camera around just to show you the angle and the entrance. So we came in the porch, then we come in this door here, and then as I come around here, I just want to show you there is a useful understairs storage cupboard, radiator, some wood effect flooring that's been laid. And then as we turn the camera around, you've got an area there for coat hooks if you want. And of course, as one would expect, loo. The flooring continues along. Obscure double glazed window bringing in some light, radiator, washhand basin there. And of course, you're going to get your low level WC. Bit of tiled splashback there. Turn the light off so we don't need to see that on anymore. Love the little hallway, love the fact you've got a porch there. There's another side porch which we'll talk about later, but it just opens up. And this is the point to the property tours, because it's there to demonstrate the possibilities, and we do get a lot of compliments. We'll give you some ideas where necessary, but we think, you know, when we come into this property, it should just sell itself. It's very well presented, and then we can talk about any latter additions. You can see here already when we open up into this living room, you've got this lovely flooring again, and then you can see the extension that was built on. I remember we were selling this property for these, not for these clients because they purchased this property, but we were selling it for the old clients, and they ended up buying a bungalow through us in Whitley. So I've been here before, so it's great to see what people have done to the property again. You've got these lovely picture windows bringing in natural light just from this area here. To me, I remember when this was on the market before, this was the living area. So you can make changes. Lovely patio doors again. Let's just look out to the side garden. That's the side garden there. And we just love Nether Street. It's such a lovely, beautiful little hamlet as such. And again, all those fields, Roundway, walks, countryside. It's lifestyle when you move into a village. You're going to see a lovely fireplace in a minute. How this just opens up. It's a very decent, expansive living room, this. So again, this could be the dining room again. You could just use this as another snug area. These guys, you know, they use it to a use because it's a family home. So you can just see how they've staged it. It's beautifully done. Plenty of areas here for your suites. You've got sofa. Let me just close this door a minute. And then we can just focusing on the fire area as well. Nice radiators along the wall. And I just love the decor. They've got a nice green, it's vibrant, it's light. The house is, you know, the property is naturally light. Nice little mantle over the fire. Hearth. Put your wood in there. You're in the country, you're in a village. What more do you want? It's absolutely great. But remember, we came from that porch in a hallway, stairs going up, loo in there. And like I said, we're into this living room area there. And we'll just call it a living room for now, because it's a living room and then a dining room. But that could be, you know, you could separate that out and just use it for that could be a kickabout room, games room area, snug area, reading area. I think different people will use it for different things. If you've got children, you want it to use it with areas. If you were just a couple and you were looking downside, I can see people just using that with a light to read, have some music on in there, and just have this as a really relaxing area to live. But nonetheless, impressive, nice windows, doors that brings in that light that one needs. So I'm just going to stop the video here because we've got some doors that open up, and we're going to show you some other rooms to this property. And as promised, just one final look around in this living room. Bring that camera around. Take a good look. And let's have a walk through from this living. Love that fire. Into this side of the property. And already you're greeted to a kitchen dining room. There's a utility in there, it's big enough. Obviously kitchens, this one's got some tile flooring. It's going to have a dining room table, radiator here, and then yes, you're going to have some base units. You're going to have eye-level cupboards. I love the way there's little shelving units that are built in. Nice big picture window, just bringing in natural light. There's a door to the side, gives you an inner passage. If you've got dogs or anything and you want to bring in your shopping that way, I think it's a great idea because you can take the shoes off. You've also got that for the porch, so it's very well thought out, this. And I just love this, and I love this window. It looks to the front, of course, which a window should. There's always a bit of activity, maybe, you know, to keep you company. It's just these areas, built-in oven. Bring this camera around, got a little radio playing, cute in the background there. And I just love the recesses because you can put things into these recesses. You can build shelving units, cupboards. It's really good. They've obviously called this the pantry. It's a side passage. If I open this up, got some animals in there. We are going to say hello. There's a bit of shelving in there, but I've got to show you this because it's a covered area. And of course, this is where the kids love their animals and pets. Brilliant. You could use it for something else. You can actually use it for a pantry, put your wine in there, even cold food, well, not cold food, but your tins or whatever. It's there as a pantry if you want to. You don't have to use it as a pantry, it can be storage. You know, people need storage nowadays, well that offers it. Let's just bring this camera around. You can see some sliding doors. That just takes you to the rear garden. It's a bit thinner at the back, it's not as wide as the sides. And again, they've got some covering areas there, which we'll look at in a bit. And then we'll come through this door. And again, it just opens up into utility, boot room, whatever you want to call it. There's a boiler here. This one's with oil heating. So they're all oil tankers in the rear garden there. So it comes with oil heating. Remember, solar panel, it's radiator throughout, but that's the boiler. There's also little areas there, eye-level cupboards, base units, plumbing for washing machine, plumbing for dishwasher, another sink. I just think about when you live in villages, the utilities are quite important because if you do have, you know, kids or you do have dogs, this is a great area where they kind of sleep, keep warm, feed them. You know, you take your muddy shoes off. There's a door there that takes you into the garage. The garage has got a metal up-roof door and there's some power connected in there as well. I'm not going to open it up. There's quite a bit of stuff in the garage, I'm not going to lie. It's jam-packed, but we should all know what a single garage looks like with a bit of power in there. And again, you know, a door that opens up to the front. The fact that it opens up to the front and there's a personal door to the rear there is pretty handy because you can come back into this utility. And look, there's the cat with the cat flap. This cat's a poser. You're going to jump up and then you're going to say hello. So we've got cat of the day. It's this one. Absolute tart. Loves a cuddle. And you're going to get plenty from me. Love animals. So just to recap, utility that we've just left, opening up into this kitchen diner. And again, there's a pantry there, just to the left, to the right, I should say. Come back through, remember the garage, into this lovely living accommodation area where you can just chill out. The fire goes on, we can be romantic. I'm a romantic, so why not open up a bottle of wine? You can have music over here, the kids are playing, whatever. It's a great living accommodation, this. Nice big picture windows. And then we're coming back out on ourselves. We've got this nice hallway, under stairs, loo. And of course the porch that just finishes off the ground floor quite nicely. So look guys, I hope you've enjoyed the tour so far. Let's get upstairs, have a look at these 4 bedrooms and bathroom, and hopefully I can show you some of those lovely views as well. And as promised, we're just going to walk another last view there, come back through, and now we're going to climb these stairs to get upstairs to this first floor. Radiator in front, window bringing in natural light, and of course then it's going to split left to right, so you can have bathroom, bedroom, and then it's sort of L shapes. There's another bedroom in there, another bedroom in there, and a smaller bedroom in there. It's been reconfigured a little bit because that would have been maybe an ensuite, but they wanted the bedrooms for the family. I think they've done a great idea because there's a loo downstairs, there is a utility, and there is a bath here with a shower in and around the corner there. So it's a pretty decent configuration from what they had before. So as we are here, and obviously we can look around, let's check out the smaller bedroom to start with. I'm just going to turn the camera around just so you can see that window bringing in the light. Nice landing areas. And of course, this is bedroom 4, so it will be the smaller bedroom. And of course, not everybody needs bedroom spaces. You could use this as a 3-bed, and this could be a study. With the advent of, you know, working from home and the hybrid working now, I'm seeing more and more often bedroom 4s are turning into offices. Well, you can do that. You don't have to be working in the Shard in London. If you could be working at home, and you could be working at home for, say, 2 days a week or 3 days a week, and then the other days you're travelling, well, you've got great access to other towns in here. You can get onto the M4 pretty much, I'd say, on a fairly decent run within, say, 20 minutes. That's just an average. That's if you get a decent run. So you can get access then to the southwest or up to London, pop your car into Chippenham train station. You can be Paddington in, say, an hour and 10 minutes. So everything's there on your doorstep, as well as decent schools, primary schools and privately schools as well. So this, to me, bedroom 4 could be an office. I want to see if I can start to see these views from this bedroom. I know they are, you have to peer through areas, so not quite on this bedroom, although I can over there. If you can just see right to the left there, you can start to see those views of the countryside. And this is how close you are to walking all around the countryside and that area of Wiltshire's undulating country and countryside. Come back out, there's a cupboard into this inner passageway here. So that's bedroom 4. Let's go into the main bedroom, and you can just see there's a nice little area here where it opens up into, so it's quite private. There's a nice pitch to that roof, so it gives in natural light. Double bed, freestanding on each side, and then you've got built-in wardrobes. Little area for chest of drawers again. And I reckon this way, look at the size of that window. This is what tells me this was built in the 70s, early 80s. Don't quote me on it, just my instincts tell me that. Now we can start to see those views in better detail. Look how high up these hills are. Look at the countryside that's right there on your doorstep, and you can go anywhere when you're walking your animals. And like I said, it's a great hamlet. This is semi-rural to me. Nether Street's always been very, very, very favoured, so they don't stay on the market that long, to be honest with you. Just bring around this angle, so like I said, freestanding on either side. There's that little inner passageway, so you can lock it off from your kids and shut them out, whatever, or your private. So it's just a nice little double bedroom, this one. And there's your skylight as well, quite cute. Remember, we've seen bedroom 4, we'll call this bedroom 1. We'll come back out here, there's some nice spotlights obviously on the ceiling. And again, you've got an area there for storage. Come back through here, and then we'll call this bedroom 3 for now. So you've seen 1, 4, this is 3. You could put a double bed in here, they've got it to the side. It's freestanding there, chest of drawers, radiator, double glazed window to the side elevation. And I always like to pop the camera out into all the elevations, and you can just see the different mix of properties. I mean, look at the neighbouring property, beautifully done. This is what we're, you know, this is why Nether Street's so perfect and idyllic and, you know, ideal for properties, because they are different, and there is it's rich in history. And at Lock and Key, I'm in my 26th year. We're deep rooted into the Wiltshire countryside. These are the properties we love to have on the market. So there we go, bedroom 3. Nice little double, a bit smaller than the other one. Let's come back out. I'm going to go into the bathroom now because it's just closer. And of course, you've got radiator, chrome style, ladder style radiator, whatever you want to call it. Low level WC wash hand basin with a little vanity unit. You've got your spotlights up there. There's an obscure double glazed window to that side elevation. So bring the camera around. As you'd expect, panel bath, bit of tiling, shower unit. Everything you'd expect in a bathroom. Perfect. Bring the camera back out. And again, that just leaves you out to the landing again. Love the stairs that come up, all natural lit. And then last but not least, second bedroom, bedroom 2. Here's your access to loft space. So that's a loft ladder there in there. I think it's partly boarded the loft space up there. I haven't been up there, but I do know there is a loft ladder, and that's your access to the loft space as well. Double bedroom, freestanding units, double bed either side. Nice double glazed window bringing in natural light. Look at the length of that radiator, so you know it's a decent size. There's a cupboard in there. Heck, they've even built in a little archway there and put the computer in there. So depending on the age of the child or whether they want a little computer station for homework, perfectly. It's just a decent little family home this, you know, 4-bedroom detached, parking, views, countryside, pubs, village, everything that you'd expect with a property in a village. And that's it for upstairs. 4 bedrooms, bathroom. You know, we've seen the landing areas, showed you some views. Let's get outside, have a look at the side and the front gardens there and the rear. Just going to take you through this way because I think we've seen the front anyway. That front aspect of the garden is the front garden, drive, garage here, inner passageway, and then the side and the rears go around. So if we go through again to the property, come through my favourite room, back out here, you'll see there's some sliding patio doors. If we slide these open a minute, so let me do that, and then I'm going to close them a second. It will take you out to a covering area here. They've got some animals and stuff, so this is where the other animals live. They love their animals. Love that tree, beautiful little tree there, and some areas there. There's 2 sheds there, and then it does go around to the side. It's quite a small garden because that's the neighbouring garden, so you've got a side access along the garage that takes you to the front, shed and shed, and then you've got this sort of longish garden at the rear. There's a patio here, and as I walk around to the property, again a little outside store, log store if you want to call it, and there's your oil tank. And then the garden opens up, little tree there, and then here you can see where the majority of the garden really is, and it links quite nicely. You can just walk around and play around here. You can see all that red brick there, so come through, you can get around that side, come back around here, and then you can start to see this garden for what it is. Little chipping areas there, little tree house as such, and of course those views that are on your doorstep and countryside walks. I'm just walking around. I'm going to say nothing for a minute, just so we can hear what's around us as I'm walking around today. And sometimes you don't have to say anything. I think we've got a decent example of a 4-bedroom detached property nestled in a nice hamlet, semi-rural position in Nether Street. Across the road is Bromham with all its amenities. You've got decent road links and you've got countryside on your doorstep. I think I've covered pretty much everything with this property that's available today. Like I said, oil, double glazing, heating, and the solar panels as well. These guys have found they are motivated to move. Any questions, guys, just give us a call. It's Nigel at Lock and Key Independent Estate Agents. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Our telephone number is 01225 707 342. That's 707 342. Feel free to give us a nudge with any questions. It's been a pleasure to have this on our books to market today. We hope you've enjoyed the tour, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.